In this video, we will be covering how to control the MD200 inverter drive via the onboard terminal block. In regards to the available terminals, there are two different models, one of which has a part number that ends with -NC and one without. In the non-NC version, the MD200 has 4 digital inputs, 1 analog input, and 1 analog output. Additionally, there are 3 DIP switches, of which the leftmost allows the analog input to switch between voltage and current mode. The NC version has an extra terminal that can act as a digital input or output, which can be swapped via the DIP switch on the device. In this video, we will be using the non-NC version. We will start by wiring the device. Once again, we will be using our button layout, of which we can only use 4 out of the 5 inputs. We will utilize one momentary button for the purpose of jogging, a 3-position switch to run the motor in either direction, and an emergency stop button. Additionally, we have a potentiometer plugged into the analog input slot. Once finished, we can now power up the drive and begin programming. The first step is to configure and tune our drive for the motor you are using. This is all covered in the Quick Start video. Please review that video and return to this video once you have completed the auto-tuning section. After configuring the drive for your specific motor, the next step is to set up our drive's control method. We will begin by pressing the Program button to enter the program field, navigate to F0, and press Enter. We will press Enter to edit the field, F0-01, which is the motor control mode. This can be set to 0 for sensorless vector control, or 2 for voltage over frequency control. For our example, we shall leave it at 2 for voltage over frequency mode. Once you have inputted your desired value, press Enter to save and move on to the next field. F0-02 is used to define the command source. We want to set this to our terminal control, so we will set the value to 1 and press Enter to save it. Press Enter to edit F0-03, which controls our frequency source. We will adjust this to 2, which represents the analog input, and press Enter to save it. The last field to change, if necessary, is F0-12, which is the frequency upper limit, and will reflect the frequency value output at 10 volts or 20 milliamps at the analog input. The final configuration step is to program the functions of each terminal. Press the Program button to return to the main programming screen. Navigate up to the field F4 and press Enter. The fields F4-00 to F4-03 correspond to digital inputs 1 to 4 in order, and each function can only be assigned to on terminal. For the video's purpose, we have gone ahead and set each field to 0. Under digital input 1, we will set it to the forward jog function. So we will press Enter to edit F4-00, modify the value to 4, and press Enter again to save the value. Repeat this process for F4-01, which we will set to 1 for forward run, F4-02, which is set to 2 for reverse run, and finally, F4-03 to 47 for emergency stop. Once we have saved all of these values, we can return back to the home screen by pressing the Program button twice to monitor the drive status. As you can see, when we press the momentary button, the motor will jog forward at a rate of 2 Hz. Flipping the switch will cause the drive to run in each respective direction, and adjusting the potentiometer will allow us to control the drive's running speed. Finally, and most importantly, hitting the emergency stop button will cause the drive to stop running. This has been a guide to configure the MD200 inverter drive with terminal block control. Please check out the other videos on our channel for more ways to set up the drive or help setting up other Inovance devices.